All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Me here, talking about real music in real time for a couple of real people out there, just like you and just like me. All right, before I get going, been waiting for this album for a while. This is Turkish Delight. What is Turkish Delight? Well, if you know Escape Music, the president of the record label, his name is Khalil Turk. And so the Turkish Delight is some of the best artists in melodic rock. It's a compilation album, and it is phenomenal. There's going to be a volume 2 as well. Nice looking artwork, and you can see the album version of this behind my shoulder. So I've got the vinyl, and the vinyl, these beautiful records. I'm not going to do it now, but maybe in another video, I'll have to show off what these albums look like. This is the kind of stuff that would be on rock stations, almost all of it. I mean, my friend Jerome Mazza is on this. Jeff Scott Soto is on this. It just so many different artists who I've been trying to promote over the last few years. And Khalil has them all on one handy and available CD. You can go and purchase this CD courtesy of Escape Music. It's worth every penny. Look, Escape Music, you think of the band Journey, right? Because of their album Escape. They have these great one-word titles for albums. Freedom was the album that came out this year. And from what I gather, a lot of people were disappointed with it because of production value. And also, the media did not really speak too kindly of this album when it dropped. This is, and I may have a completely wrong opinion on this. And, you know, people love to bash me even when I think I'm right. So here's what I'm going to say about this. Based on the news media, right? The news media loves all the old Journey music. They're not into promoting anything that's new. One song that really got under my skin as far as the way they described it was a tune called Don't Give Up on Us. Now, if you listen to Don't Give Up on Us, it's got a bit of a Separate Ways thing going on. It's not as urgent as Separate Ways. It's not as manic and up-tempo, and it's in that family as far as the way it sounds. You're going to hear, you know, the beginning of this song with the synthesizers, and then, you know, the guitars, the crunchy guitar riffs that Neil Schon is famous for. And the song instantly establishes a groove, and Arnell does a spectacular job singing on that track. And I'm thinking, hey, for Journey fans, you want to go back to 1982? Here you go. And what did the news media do, or the rock media, or whatever you want to call it? Well, this new Journey single kind of sounds like some other Journey song. Okay, sure. You know, and the argument is it's too derivative. In other words, it's deriving its identity from an old Journey song. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? So who cares? It's a great song. The lyrics are great. The melody is great. I mean, this is melodic rock on steroids. This was well thought out. There's literally a song for everyone on this record. There's a song for super old Journey fans that came under attack because it was said that it didn't sound anything like Journey and it was awful. And then, you know, I kind of said, look, if you were there for those first 3 Journey albums, Neil Schon definitely has an affinity for that music that he made with Greg Raleigh back in the 70s. There's just no question about it. And it was demonstrated when Neil went out with his band Journey Through Time, which was spectacular. I mean, you had the hardcore, what Neil Schon called Journey Junkies out there. And that concert in San Francisco, which I wish I had been there, was absolutely amazing. Just you can go on YouTube and watch those videos. I think they're all uploaded there. And there's a rumor that at some point that stuff is going to get formally released in a nice album. So we can look forward to that. So if you're a Journey junkie and you don't mind hearing all of these deeper album cuts and the music that was made prior to Steve Perry being there, and with Dean Castronovo singing his butt off as usual. And that's another thing, right? So you got Dean Castronovo and this incredible song on this current release, which is just, again, another spectacular example of why Dean is so important to this band. His song, which I had this song in advance. It's called Afterglow. And I remember getting it and listening to it and going, holy crap, Batman. There are a lot of vocals on this track. And it's just like this ethereal sort of stairway to beauty. I won't say heaven because that's cliche, but it just feels so big and rich. And Dean is just such a good singer. I think Dean gets better too with age. A lot of singers go downhill with age, and I'm not saying Dean's over the hill or anything like that, but what he's doing at his age, a lot of vocalists from, the 80s or whenever, they weren't able to continue to do that, when they got to be that age. So it's pretty interesting how talented Dean is, and he definitely has a gift. And again, the other day I did a video highlighting Arnell and his rags to riches story, which has already been documented once, and I think another movie at some point will be coming out. And there's a lot of great stuff on the internet about Arnell living on the streets and then becoming this international rock star. He deserves every bit of credit for that. And I had a few patrons reach out and thank me for doing a video because, Steve Perry puts out a Christmas song, and okay, I don't really, your mother, the whole thing about if you don't have anything nice to say, look, it's great to hear Steve Perry singing. It really is great. It's great that he still wants to sing. But let's be real, folks. I will take all of this new Journey material. I will take Revolution Saints, which apparently is rebooting, and they have a new lineup that will be out in 2023. Dean Castronovo still in the group, but they've got some new personnel, and they let go of a couple of other people. And I'm hoping that someday that band will go out on tour. Also, keep in mind, Dean left this really cool band called Generation Radio with Jason Sheff and Jay DeMarcus and Chris Rodriguez, which on its own, even without Dean, is really good. But with Dean, they really have the Journey mojo. It just shows you how much Dean loves being in Journey. He is the right guy for that job, for sure. He was missed when he wasn't there because he brings enthusiasm and energy, and he looks like he actually is enjoying himself on the drum kit, and I can't say that for the guy who was there prior to him. But in any event, I'm not talking about Narada. Narada, I think, wanted to be there, but certain things have prevented him from being out there. So a great opportunity for Dean Castronovo. Look, I'd rather listen to this new Journey lineup than a lot of other stuff that's going on out there. And I'm not really that concerned about what's happening as far as the legal stuff. I'm thinking it will work itself out, whether it goes to court, whether it's settled out of court. No matter who wins in that, by the way, there's still going to be damage done to the brand, which is unfortunate. But I think, like all things, people will just forget about it, and everyone will move on, and hopefully everybody will have enough money, lining their pockets, because really that's what it's all about. And it's too bad, because here's this great music which the media kind of ignored and made fun of in some cases, which I think is really a lousy thing to do. You want to keep this brand going. People love this band, and this band came off a really strong tour in 2022, and they're back on the road in 2023 with their friends Toto, and I'm sure it's going to be a blast, and I would definitely go see it. If you have an opportunity to go see it, I would check it out. All right, one more time with this amazing project, Turkish Delight, my friend Khalil Turk, who runs Escape Music. He is the CEO, he's the head honcho, and he oversees the production and the musicians and the material. And the guy has got great instincts, and he doesn't put out a lot of music compared to, say, Frontiers, but everything he puts out is super high quality, and it's more in my wheelhouse than pretty much any record label out there. As much as I love Frontiers, they do put out a lot of things that don't interest me. Like I always say about Frontiers, they throw a ton of stuff at the wall, and some of it sticks. With this label, they're a lot more selective, and pretty much everything they put out is really, really great material for fans of melodic rock. So again, check out Turkish Delight, courtesy of Escape Music. You can go listen to this over on Spotify first, but please support this project, because I think Khalil's getting a little frustrated with the industry, and I'm probably going to have a conversation with him at some point about this and share it with you all. And I'm sure it'll be very entertaining, because Khalil doesn't hold back when he is critiquing certain things. All right, folks, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I want to thank all the patrons who stuck with me. October was a rough month. The algorithm, they turned something off. I'm not getting a lot of subscribers, and I'm not getting a lot of views compared to last month. I know there's not a ton of sensational, jaw-dropping things happening out there, and it just doesn't work out like that every day. I think people like to watch the sort of more salacious stuff, but I try to put out content every day, and I want to thank those who continue to watch and continue to support the channel. Also, please check out my other channel. It's called The Radical Independent. It's political stuff and some big interviews over there. So please, if you have an opportunity, check that out, and I will see you soon.